everybody, alright, it's holiday extravaganza time on Surviving Toddlerhood. And I actually had a really hard time with this topic because I kept thinking of really fun holiday extravaganza type ideas, and then I would realize that they really didn't have anything to do with a toddler, and that's the whole point of this channel. So I kept coming up with these ideas that would be great on my normal channel, but I was like, the whole point of this channel is about toddlerhood. So finally I thought of something that was really fun to talk about, and that is toddler outings, like toddler friendly holiday outings, okay? Because there are a lot of things you can go and do this time of year that you can't necessarily do the rest of the year. And there are things that are free, which is great. So that is one thing that definitely is fun for me this time of year, whether I had a toddler or not. I love the increased social activities that are just out there to do. And so now that we have, you know, the kids, I've got one toddler, one preschooler, I'm even more interested in those activities. And so I was gonna say, just take advantage of all the cool stuff, like make those family moments, like go out and do them, you know? It's just like during the fall, there's always pumpkin patches and apple picking in certain areas, and not here, but close enough, and you know, the things like that to do. And then you know, as you get closer to Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate, they always have cool stuff, like there's you know, lighting events, and there's free music in the park, and there's, you know, holiday story time at the library. There's all this cool stuff, and so you just gotta like look for it, go find it, you know. And so here's a cool example is that we just went to at the Houston Zoo. They have well, during the Halloween they have Zoo Boo, where the kids can go and dress up and trick or treat at the zoo, which is super fun. And now this year, for the first time, they started it. They called it the Zoo Lights, and they basically had like these huge trails of lights and all these lit up areas of the zoo. And you went at 6 o'clock, and it was open till 10, and it was so much fun. And it was $5, if you remember, $5, and like Grayson was free. So awesome. And it was just really fun. The kids could decorate gingerbread men, like I said, they had Christmas carolers, and the lights. It was just such a cool experience. It wasn't really about so much seeing animals because it was nighttime. It was like kind of a different experience, but it was really neat. It was inexpensive, really fun, and we had such a great time as a family. And then in addition to that, if you know, I'm lucky because I live, you know, near a major city. We live in a suburb of a major city, so we have a ton of stuff to do. And I know I've talked to some of you guys out there who are like, I wish my towns did this. But, you know, even if you're in a smaller town, there's stuff to do. There's going to be, you know, a tree lighting, maybe in town square. And there, like I said, the libraries usually do stuff. And you know, a lot of times, even like the local fire station or police station, they'll do things, and you just have to look it up. Sometimes even the schools around you will put on plays, like little Christmas plays, and you don't have to have a kid in school to go to them. You can bring your family and go see the plays. And so, and they're usually free, or they're like $2. So, or they'll accept donations. And then, you know, there's stuff that you can do if you're willing to travel a little bit to go to a city. There's always, you know, really big light trails, and you know, Christmas movies or holiday movies or just any of that kind of stuff. It's super fun. And usually, you know, museums and things, they'll have something special going on. And it might not always be like specifically Christmas, because not everybody celebrates Christmas, but it'll have some sort of holiday feel. Because I know even my friends who aren't into Christmas necessarily still like really get into the holiday season. It's kind of infectious. And so they still have fun to it spreads, you know, this like holiday spirit. So yeah, I would highly encourage you to like look into some of this fun stuff, you know. Like I know that there's the city I'm in is doing some things, like suburb I'm in, but then there's some suburbs nearby that they're having some little cities. You have to understand that Houston is crazy big. Houston is huge. And so you have Houston, which is like this big, right? It's like ridiculous. And then in addition to Houston, you have like these suburb pockets that are like really big as well. And so there's so much going on here, so we're really lucky in that. But anyway, so there's another little city suburb thing near us that, you know, their town square is doing something every weekend, and it's free. They have, you know, music one weekend, they have like this lighting thing one weekend, they have movies in the park, I mean all kinds of stuff, and it's free the whole month of December. It's really cool. And so you know, that's just something fun to do. And all the shopping centers, you know, you don't have to spend a lot of money to get to go take advantage of these extra activities and events that people put on. And then, you know, a lot of them, even if you're willing to spend a little bit of money, it's not much, or, you know, it's something it's worth it. It's fun, you know, for that time of year. So I know, like I said, we just took our kids to the zoo lights and they loved it. Grayson is, my toddler is 16 months old, and he is old enough to start really getting into this stuff. And so, there's also, I know that there's this trail of lights at our Moody Gardens, which is in Galveston, which is about 45 minutes to an hour away from us. And we've gone to that most years. We went before we had kids, and it's beautiful and fun, and I would like to take the kids there. And then there's a small town, I don't even know what town it's in actually, because it's in between towns, but there's this big Santa's Wonderland light thing that I would love to take Grayson to. And you do pay, but you pay by like the car, so you can take like a whole car full of people and drive through and see the lights, and then they have the Christmas movies playing at the end and hot cocoa and Santa's there, and so that's cool. And also, FYI, so you know how they have like pictures with Santa at the mall? Well, if you have a Bass Pro Shop near you, or in driving distance, you can go and get your picture taken there for free. Yep, it's free. They give it to you. They give you a picture, and you don't pay anything. You just go. And they have a craft table set up for the kids, and they have like a winter wonderland with trains and things, and it's all free. You go and you get one free photo per kid, and I mean, come on, that is super fun. And so awesome times. So there you go, you guys. So that's kind of like gonna be my take on this month's topic of holiday extravaganza, is outings. There are so many more outings this time of year. It is fantastic, and a lot of them are free or very cheap, so take advantage of it. Go have fun with your family. You know, not that we should have an excuse to go out and do stuff with the family, but sometimes with the way life is, like when it's really crazy and busy, you need an excuse to kind of nudge you into doing it. And I guess that's one of the other things, like I was saying, I really like about this time of year, is it's just, it kind of makes me I get really excited, and it's contagious, this, you know, and so it makes me want to it makes me kind of like refocus the fact that, you know, I have family, we want to do stuff, and we want to go have fun, and so I kind of make a point to try to do that. And I should do that the rest of the year too, but at least, you know, this kind of gives me that little kick I need, and so I would highly recommend looking into it. It doesn't matter if you're in a tiny town or a big town. Even a tiny town, I know a lot of times the tiny towns are the ones that do the neatest things. And so, you know, or hey, get the kids in the car and take that hour drive to somewhere bigger nearby and go do something. You know, just look it up, make a time, and go do it and have fun, you know? Go have fun on your toddler outing adventure. All right, you guys, I hope everybody has a happy holiday, and I will talk to everybody on our next topic. Bye.